Good evening, y'all. We got an awesome unboxing in store for you this evening. We got the Acer Nitro 50, and we are going to do a review. We're going to do some specs. We're going to talk about the hardware. We're going to do some gaming and some benchmarks, some bloatware and some BIOS stuff, and then you'll have a conclusion of if you should buy this PC or if you shouldn't. So stay tuned for more because we are going to knock this thing right out of the park. All right, guys, I'm going to stop smabbling and babbling, and let's bust into this bad mamma jam of a PC. Come on, Technet, where'd you learn how to cut? First grade? I don't know why you'd be giving a first grader a knife, but... There we go, she's open! Freedom! Okay, that's a different foam packaging I'm not used to seeing. Some stuff might come flying out here. Yes, it did. Love some foam in the back. So we got a quick start guide. This is probably going to tell you how to plug your PC in, how to do all the quick and easy things, which I won't go over in this video, but it's a pretty simple concept. Got some wires. We have a very cheap mouse. Is this the normal serving of mouse that's garbage? Let's see. Yes. This is e-waste garbage. Throw it away. Go buy yourself a $20 DPI adjustable mouse off of Amazon. Same thing with the keyboard, which came flying out here. I mean, I usually don't even unwrap these things. I literally have a shelf of them because they're just backup garbage keyboards. Yeah, you're not going to play video games on that. This is way too small. Your fingers are going to get cramped. Just get rid of it. Garbage. Ooh, okay. This is a little bit different. Looks like Acer's been listening to us. And they're now providing an extra SATA cable. That's nice. That saves you $5-6. And then they give you a power cable with their goofy adapter. I'm guessing that's coming off the motherboard. So that's a nice little feature. I wouldn't lose this because, you know, that's probably going to be a $20 or $30 cable if you have to repurchase that. Let me in. I want to see you. Come on. Ooh. Look at that. That's kind of cool. I like the styling. It looks like they put some ventilation in there too. That's neat. It does look like they got some ventilation right here too. So the last Acer helping we did, we taped half this off. This half right here, so it would suck air and, you know, pull air from the fans from, you know, this side and this side of the PC. And then it would bring the air from that way. It really helped. But it looks like they, instead of making the front a giant flat piece, it does look like, hold on here, let me get a, all right guys, let's see. Yes, I can see light through that. The top, it looks like it's false. Does look like it's false or fake, not gonna allow air. So we do got this big portion to allow air in. Looks like we could see the light through here too. Yep. So this big honking portion is going to allow air in. So that's going to be a lot better for us to. They also got an area to allow the PSU to suck in air, which is good. So let's start from the front, and we'll go from the front to the back here. So we got some extra protection, and then we have a USB-C 10 gigabyte port. We have a 5 gigabyte USB 3.2, headphones, and a microphones jack. Of course, we have our power and reset buttons on the top right here. All right, so right here is the power button. Here's the reset button. Then we have our LED for our notification that our PC is on. Let's swing around to the rear with the gear. And starting from the very top, we have a 92 millimeter fan. This is your Wi-Fi 6 or Wi-Fi antenna. So it looks like we have two USB 2.0s, two USB 3.0s, and two more USB 2.0s. 10-100 or 10-1000 NIC. We got microphones, headphones, auxiliary. We got our display port. No, sorry, we got our HDMI port. or DisplayPort, DisplayPort, DisplayPort for a total of 4 monitors. We have our 500 watt PSU, and it looks like it's a standard ATX loadout. Guys, I almost forgot, but I didn't give you all the stats. I told you about all the ports and stuff, so I plugged the PC in so you could see the coolness, the ambiance of all the lighting. It's kind of neat. But anyways, guys, this is an Acer Nitro 50. It's an Intel 13th Gen LGA 1700. This is an Intel Core i5 13400F. It's a boost of 4.6, and the E-Core Max, the P-Core Max is 4.6, the E-Core Max is 3.3, the P-Core Base is 2.5, and the E-Core is 1.8. 20 megabytes of L3 cache, and L2 is 9.5 megabytes. Anyways, guys, the TDP base of this CPU is 65 watts, and it'll turbo up to 148 watts. And this CPU supports DDR4 and DDR5. There's a PCIe 1X slot in here. There's a PCIe 16X slot. There's 3 M.2 slots in this PC. The memory that's in here is 16 gigabytes DDR4, 3200 megahertz. The storage in here right now is a 1 terabyte M.2 2088 PCIe Gen 4 SSD. It comes with an NVIDIA RTX 3050 with 8 gigabytes GDDR6. The power supply is 500 watts, which we already went over that. Windows 11 operating system, who really cares about that? There's only 2 slots for memory on this PC, which is kind of a bummer. It's only upgradable to 32 gigs, which is like, if you're gonna wanna be like doing video editing or like CAD or, 3D rendering, this is not your PC. This is gonna be strictly gaming and stuff like that. So the wireless LAN on this thing is an 802.11ax supporting dual stream 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz, and 6 gigahertz band featuring 2x2x MIMO technology. It is Wi-Fi 6E compatible. It's also Bluetooth 5.3 compatible. The expansion bays in this guy, as you'll see once I take the side off, you're gonna be able to get 2 3.5-inch HDDs or 2 2.5-inch SSDs. All right, guys, now that we've gone all over the specs of this PC, we are gonna bust right into her and look at what we can upgrade, what we can upgrade, and how big of a graphics card she will fit. All right, guys, let's bust into this case. Couple quick mentions though. You're gonna want a trusty dusty iFixit kit. You don't really so much need it for the Acer, but really having this thing when you're doing like electronics repair, electronics upgrading, it's gonna be your best friend. Trust me on that. I'm not just plugging it. They did not sponsor this video, or they've never have sponsored me. I'm probably sold 1,000 of these kits. I'm just trying to make it easier for you, the viewer. Anyways, guys, grab yourself a T2 Phillips or number 2 Phillips. Come to the rear of the PC. We're going to take number 1, number 2 screw off. And the nice thing about the iFixit kit is it has this little tray that I can separate all my screws so I know what goes where. Usually I like to how I'm laying it out, so this is long. So I'm going to leave this long, and then these 2 screws will go like in the top right corner. I'll try to emulate where I put the screws versus taking them off here. That's just so sometimes screws are a different size or a different length or a different thread. You don't mess up and put the wrong screws where they don't belong. So right out of the gate, while we're back here too, let's take the side panel off. You're going to pull to the rear, and it just slides right off. And while we're back here, we're going to come and grab number 1 screws. Put those in a little pile. See, this is what I'm talking about. You can lay them out. I could even lay it out how I took them off the PC, and that's gonna, I like to keep things together, but that way you kind of know how you're taking it apart. All right, guys, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna measure to see how long of a graphics card will fit in here. So from the back to the front, I'm gonna say 12 inches. Non-interfering, you're looking at 11 7/8, but 12 inches is gonna be really close if you moved, as I whack myself in the face with the tape measure. If you move this wiring stuff that they put right here, you definitely could get a 12-inch card in here. It does look like there's a spot that you could put one of the slim fans in the front. I don't think they put one in there. No, they did not. So you could mod this case like in my other video where you take this front off, put the fan on there. You might have to drill a hole for the fan wire, or there might be, no, I see a path, there's a path for it. So I just want to go through basic upgrading with this thing. I'm going to take the graphics card out. I'm going to go through where all the cabling is, show you where all the plugs are, and that's what this portion of the video is going to be about. So we're going to unplug our 6+2 pin guy right here. It does look like it's compatible. It has another 6 pin. So if you get a graphics card that needs 2 8 pins, you're going to need a 6 pin to 8 pin PCIe adapter. So set that guy off to the side. Right here we have 2 trays that are adaptable to 3.5 and 2.5 inch drives. They are the quick mounts, so to get a drive in there, you just open this up, get one side in, then get the other side in, and it's done and set for. SSDs, you're going to need 4 screws, which they're going to be a fine thread. I'll put a link down in the description of what screws those are. They will not come with your SSDs if you purchase them. So way down in the under right here, we have a little latch. And that releases the graphics card. You're going to open that door, swing it. You're going to try to grab this to where you're not grabbing on any fans. I really hope this isn't a blower style card. And they frickin' put a bracket in here. There's 2 screws way in the under that I cannot reach with a normal screwdriver because, you know, they don't want you futzing with their PC because, you know, you don't own your own property anymore. Sorry, that was a little bit of a rant. They probably use Loctite. I am not reinstalling this bracket, so this is the last and only time you will see this on this graphics card. The only good thing that these brackets are for is for shipping the PC. Wowzer, Acer. Holy crap. Yeah, don't leave any... Yeah, they did put Loctite on it. 100%, I see the blue Loctite. Yeah, they put Loctite on that. Yeah, they did. They tried to techno-proof it. So now we can remove the graphics card if it didn't relock. And throw it in the fucking garbage. Serious, throw this card in the garbage. Why, Acer? Why? We are not in 1990. It's a blower style graphics card, guys. I'm very disappointed. That's what I think about this graphics card. I am peeved. Acer, what are you doing? Like, forget about it. Oh. All right, guys, back to the PC. So starting from the bottom here, our battery for our BIOS, our clear CMOS jumper is right here, our 16 export, our 1 export, our first M.2 1 terabyte card is right here. It looks like they have the second M.2 slot populated with a Wi-Fi card, and our third slot is free. It does not look like they did not give you any screws or hardware for your M.2, so you're going to need it. It does look like they provided 2 SATA ports for goodness and drives. And it looks like there's 2 plugs for power adapters for hard drives. And that's where that wire would go, would be right there to power your SSDs or hard drives. So we do got 2 sticks of RAM. So the top doesn't unclip. The top unclips, the bottom doesn't. There's our RAM out, and if you're wondering what RAM is in here, that's 2x sticks of 8 GB RAM, total of 16 GB total. So we got our chipset right here. We got more ports that I have no clue what they're for. We got our fan header, which is right up here. Our 8 pin for our power supply goes right here. And we have another 6 pin that comes up here. This cheap dinky Intel heatsink, which is good for nothing, worthless. Good place to upgrade if you want to get rid of the heater box. Maybe try to sell your 3050 for $100 on eBay and get yourself a 3060 or a used 2080. You'll be way better than that piece of junk. And it looks like they're hooking up their RGB. So you got it all tied up. And they got some more headers for their RGB right here. There's another fan header, that's the rear fan header. There is venting in the top, which is right there. And then you can see our light bar that's red is right there. Don't think it's changeable to any other color. The fan's only changeable to red. There's no way to disconnect it than literally disconnecting the fan. Power supply doesn't have any label on it. This cage is riveted in. So you cannot remove this cage. The PSU is proprietary, non-upgradable. You're stuck with the 500 watt power supply. There's nothing you can do about that. If you want to upgrade this RAM, you're going to be looking at 1.2 volt RAM, 3200 megahertz, cast latency 32 or 22. Best upgrade you could do for this thing is change this to an AIO or an Noctua. And I mean, if you're stuck with the 3050 for a while, I guess it is what it is. Hopefully the thing's not a heater box. But I would try to get rid of that card ASAP. For the low end of what you pay for this PC, this is not a bad offering at the price point that they have it at. Remove the stupid bracket that will not allow you to clean your PC and do all other fun stuff. It's 3 Phillips heads right here, and I'm just going to do it really quick while you guys can watch. You don't need to save these screws. You could screw them back into the graphics card so you know, if you wanted to save this bracket. Other than that, guys, let's get our gaming and benchmarks done, get some Bloatware done, and we'll jump into the BIOS to see if there's XMP support, which I doubt it because they usually don't have it. Until I broke the rules, my life destroyed. Life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Alright guys, so we start off here. Our first thing that we're going to look for is App Explorer, ExpressVPN, and then the McAfee software. Those are going to be the big things that are going to be your bloatware. But you can take some of this other stuff off of here. But I mean, with the 1 terabyte disk, you're doing pretty good. I just don't like anything that interjects into other programs and, you know, resources. There's no reason to keep this stuff on here, so uninstall it. I'll kind of show you how to install that guy. It should be quick and easy to do. I don't know why they put in a VPN software. If you're going to be looking at a VPN, you're going to be looking at whatever software it comes with. Of course, McAfee. No reason to keep McAfee. And then there's one last McAfee, which is going to be your web advisor. And there you go. That's a bunch of your bloatware pretty much explained, and we'll get moving on to showing you guys the BIOS. Alright guys, now that we can see that we're inside the BIOS here, at the beginning of the screen you're going to hit the delete key and it'll pop you into the BIOS. So top left here we got our CPU, what our CPU stats are, our frequency, our voltage, our temperature. Then we got our storage that's in the computer. So memory stick 1, memory stick 2, which is Kingston DDR4. Boot priority, this is the priority that you're never going to want to really mess with this unless you're trying to like reinstall Windows. And you might put your removable device right there and then it'll, you know, you'll want to come back into the BIOS and you're going to have to switch it back with the hard disk that you put it to. And we're going to hit F1 and we're going to go into advanced settings. And as you can see here, these are the advanced settings. Here's your BIOS version. So if you're looking at what version you have and you want to update it, we can go to advanced here and let's see what we have for advanced settings. This is Intel virtualization stuff, resize bar support. So this computer does have resize bar. So if it's not turned on, this is where you can come and turn it on with the graphics card. Let's go to power. You got your different power states, which I wouldn't mess with this unless you know what you're doing, or security, which is going to let you lock down your BIOS. Does not look like there's any XMP support in this BIOS version. I don't know if there ever will be. All right, guys, let's get to the nitty-gritty conclusion of this Acer Nitro 50. I really like the case design. It's a slick, cool looking design. And as you see, it didn't do the best with the cooling stuff it had, but it didn't do the worst. It's not like the Asus heater box that has no ventilation coming through the front. You can do some of the same cooling mods you did on the Nitro 50 on my other video. So you can turn this into a really good gaming PC. That's all it is. It's not going to be anything more. There's no way you can upgrade it to be anything more than a good gaming PC. It's a good stepping stool, especially at the price point that it's at. You're really going to, you're getting really kind of what you paid for at that price. I would say you want to plan on doing a GPU upgrade in the future. Other than that, guys, I'm going to give this 1 thumbs up of approval. I'm Tech Nitwit. Hey, Milo, do you Mal approve of this PC? I guess he does. So I'm going to give it the paw of approval and say, yes, you want to buy this. Anyways, guys, me and Milo are done giving this conclusion with this review. I hope you guys liked, commented, and subscribed, and I'm out, y'all. Anyways, guys, I'm going to mail my way out of this video and see you later. He's being such a good boy. He looked right into the camera, too. I'm like, yep, that's approval.